What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a wonderful day today. Getting into this episode of GH, I'm here for Valentine and Ned working together. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think Ned should take Valentine up on his offer for the two of them to work together at EOQ. Um, I think Valentine has some valid concerns about this merger because Valentine apparently has grown to like EOQ. He's grown to care about EOQ. Um, And after the conversation Michael and Drew had today, I'm starting to think that Valentine really does have valid points about this merger because he feels like the merger is going to mess with ELQ's bottom line. And by the way Michael was talking, I think he may be right. So I think Ned needs to get on this. I understand Ned doesn't want to go against the family and stuff like that, but in my opinion, him going against the family's wishes, or Michael and Drew's wishes for that matter, could actually help the whole family in its entirety. Because mergers, even in real life, mergers are risky business. They can be risky. I mean, hell, look at the Time Warner merger over 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That was a mess. A lot of people, Ted Turner lost billions when that merger, after that merger. When he merged his company and stuff, AOL, Time Warner, all that mess. He lost billions, basically. So mergers are not always a great thing. Um, and then Michael and Drew were sitting there talking about, oh, we're gonna need investors. And of course, Carly sitting over there ear hustling. She comes over talking about, oh, I can invest. No, Carly, no, no, we don't need your investment. No, we don't. We don't need you to be a part of this. And Michael pretty much was like, nah, nah. He said, I don't want you to risk your money. That's another thing that stuck out to me when Michael said that he didn't want Carly to risk what's hers. So if you think that there's a risk to this, like a big risk to this, then why the hell are you doing it? So the only reason they're doing this is just to get Valentine out. See, I don't like that. Because if you're not confident in what you're doing business wise, and you think it's a risk for other investors, but you don't want your mother to risk her money, but you're okay with other investors risking their funds, I have a problem with that. I have an issue with that. And I'm like, no, no, See, if I'm an investor, I'm like, yeah, I would shut that down. Because even from the jump, I didn't see what the point was. Other than ousting Valentine, I didn't see what the financial point to this was. Like, is it going to be great for people? Like the employees, the investors, the stockholders, if they merge. But looking at it now, I don't think it's going to be great for anybody, to be honest. And I have to agree with Valentine on this. I mean, look at the way Drew and Michael are moving so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not including Ned in any of their conversations. They're handing him some second rate title, which is COO. Don't get me wrong, COO can be a prestigious title, but in their case, it's probably just going to be just that, a title. He's not going to have final approval on nothing. He's not going to have really much input on anything. So, I wouldn't take that deal if I was Ned. I would prefer to work with Valentine on this one. At least until he can figure out a way to get him out without doing his merger business. Because I just feel like that's going to be ridiculous. Um, It's funny because Carly's sitting there talking about, oh, thank God I'm not a Quartermaine. Sweetie, I'm pretty sure Monica's thanking the good heavens that you're not a Quartermaine either. I'm sure she's grateful. I'm sure the late Alan and Edward are sure. I'm sure they're grateful as well that your ass ain't a Quartermaine. Like, oh, I'm glad I'm not. Yeah, we all are too, Carly. Calm down. We're happy that you're not. Ugh. She always gotta make everything about her. She's a pain in the ass. Um, but yeah, it's this whole merger business. It's gonna be messy for everybody involved. The Quartermaines, it's gonna be messy. Um, and I'm here for the mess because I want to see which way this thing gonna go. So moving on from that, BLQ and Chase. So basically, Olivia and Dante had to play referee between the two of them. Like Olivia was sitting there telling BLQ, if you got feelings for Chase, go for it. Dante sitting there telling Chase, oh, move on her. You should go ahead and try to get with her. I'm just like, what in the High School Musical is this? I used to do shit like this back when I was in school. Like, you know how your friend like a girl or something like that, or or your friend like a guy or whatever, and you gotta kind of they're a little shy or whatever, don't want to say nothing, so you gotta jump in and talk to the girl or to the guy for your friend. We used to do that in school. we we used to do that in school. I swear to God, when I was looking at this, I'm like, damn, this bring back memories. I remember sitting on the school bus and talking to a girl for a friend, and I'm like, yeah, he like you, and da da da. Woo! I never thought I'd see the day when I had to see 30-something-year-old people doing. That's a damn shame. Your stepmama gotta sit here and try to referee and hook you up, and your stepbrother gotta play. No, I ain't never thought I'd see this day. I'm like, good lord. And then I like the scene though when Ned came in and he was on the guitar and he was doing background vocals and stuff for Leo and Chase's song, and they were singing. Um, Chase was singing that song, and he was singing it directly to BLQ, you know, and they were just looking at each other and stuff. And I'm glad they finally was like, you know what, let's go somewhere private and talk. But of course, somebody was lurking around watching them and stuff, and of course, it was her producer Link. I thought they got rid of him. I see Link popping up, and I'm like, what the hell do you want, sir? Like, didn't they conclude their business with you before? What do you want, bruh? Like, what, Mr. Link? What do you want, sir? Don't come up in here causing no problems. Like, what do you want? So anyway, moving on from that. Um, so Sam has been doing some digging, and apparently some of what Esme's story was, some of Esme's story panned out to be true, according to Sam. She did some digging and found out that Esme's adopted parents are rich. Well, they were rich. They had old money, and the money is in trust funds for the kids. So Esme does have siblings, but they don't have contact. So a lot of her story was true. Sam still don't know who her bio parents are and stuff like that, but she working on it. I am so freaking glad Spencer opened up to Sam and told her what the hell's been going on, like the pills he found. But the problem with the pills is it's been a few weeks, a few months. Um, it's been a while since Trina had those pills in her system, so chances are the pills ain't in her system no more, so they can't trace them back to Esme. But she was impressed. Sam was impressed with the amount of work that Spencer, put into this so far and what he's dug up so far. And of course, he told her about the nanny, Maggie, and stuff like that. So she's gonna look into Maggie and all that. Um, she was impressed with Spencer. The lengths that he was going to exonerate Trina. I mean, I'm impressed too in a way because at least he's doing something or trying to do something, even though his plan is going a little slow. But I'm glad that he's getting Sam involved in this because Spencer is not going to be able to pull this off by himself. He's not. Do I still want Trina with him as of this moment? No. Uh, I'm being real. No. Listen, I want her with Rory right now. I do, because that chemistry between them, I felt it. I just felt the chemistry. That's just me personally. I rock with their chemistry. But, it's about time Spencer, is putting in some work to do something. Um, and he got somebody other than Cameron involved in this because Sam is, a PI, so she can help out with all the logistics and finding out who this person is, stuff that he can't do right about now. Because his whole plan is to get close to Esme and stuff, but I'm like, that plan is stupid because he hasn't been getting close to her. Like, every time she wants to spend time with him, you keep running off somewhere. So that plan is a bust. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Esme is still trying to get close to Nicholas. She's sitting here talking about, oh, Ava's so ungrateful. How come she can't see the kind of man you are? And Nicholas kind of jumped to Ava's defense a bit when he told her, listen, don't disrespect my wife. I said it's about time, Nicholas. Speak up or forever hold your peace. I'm glad he said something. Thank God. Sitting over there on mute. But yeah, Esme was just laying it on thick. And I am so glad Ava got there when she did. And that little battle between her and Esme was everything. Like, Esme was sitting there trying to taunt Ava. And of course, she was only bringing up Kiki and Avery to get under Ava's skin in front of Nicholas to see what his reaction was going to be. And of course, the devil in Ava came out because Esme saw a whole different side of Ava because Ava let her know. Ava got right up in her face and let that ass know. She was like, listen, don't bring up my daughters. She said, don't do that. See, this is the Ava that I love. I love this Ava, like the Ava that don't take no shit from nobody. That's the Ava Jerome I know. You know what I mean? So of course Esme tried to play the victim. Told me, oh, I just meant that, I wish I had a mom like you, a mother figure like you, how you are with Trina. That's all I meant. And they gonna run out of room. Cry me a damn river. I could not believe it. I said, here she go with these waterworks. Um, so Ava pretty much is over it at this point with Nicholas. Like she just told Nicholas, listen, I want her ass out my house. She was like, I'm not asking this time. I'm telling you, get her out of here. And of course, Nicholas is sitting there talking about, oh, you're not gonna tell me what to do in my house. Ava, because Nicholas told me, oh, she's a guest, and Ava was like, well, what the hell am I? And I agree with Ava on that one. I'm like, because you treating her like she the guest in her own house. When you marry somebody and you move them into your home, that's officially your house. So it was like, Nicholas, get it together. But now I'm more convinced that Nicholas is playing Esme. I'm convinced by some of his words that he was using today. How he claimed how this, he was trying to, get everything together for his family. Because Nicholas is claiming, oh, I'm trying to do, right by everyone. When he said that, I kind of got that inkling that that's what he meant. Like he's trying to gain Esme's trust. Like he's basically trying to do what Spencer should be doing. Trying to get her on, trying to get on her side and stuff like that so she could let her guard down and slip up is what he's trying to do. Because I do remember he did tell Ava that one time, but Ava wasn't really buying it at the time. I wasn't either. I ain't gonna lie. But it seemed more and more like that's what he trying to do. And if it is, thank God. I mean, you're redeeming yourself in my eyes. I was hoping Nicholas wasn't this stupid and a fool. I was hoping not. I said, come on now, you got to be smarter than this. Um, but Ava's not hearing it though. She's not trying to read between the lines with him because he's not being direct with her about what he's doing. So of course, she's trying to do whatever she can to get Esme the hell about that house. So she went to Spencer to broker a deal. She will loosen up the reins on his trust fund, give him $10,000 a week. In exchange, him and Esme got to get the hell out of Windermere now and don't come back. So we'll see if Spencer takes the bait and takes her up on that offer. It's a very lucrative offer now. But I don't know. I mean, she could be messing up Nicholas's plans by having that girl move out. Because Esme went upstairs, packed her little bag or whatever. Hey, it wasn't nothing in that bag. She did all that for show. I know she did because she knew Nicholas was gonna stop her and tell her, "No, you're staying." She did all that for show. And she think her little plan is working because Nicholas did exactly probably what she thought he would do. He told her, "Nah, this is my house. You're staying. You're my guest. So go upstairs, unpack. You're staying." He played right into that, but she's playing into his game too, and she doesn't even realize it. And I like it because I'm like, I was hoping Nicholas would open up his eyes and be smart because that's the Nicholas I remember. He was always conniving when he needed to be. So I'm glad that he's using that to his advantage. I'm liking the Sasha story right now, and I'm hoping that Gladys is on the up and up with her intentions for Sasha because I really hope that she wants to help her. They were talking about doing a wedding reception and stuff like that. But Sasha's still beating herself up about the Harmony situation. I'm glad Brando told her, like, listen, that wasn't your fault because it wasn't. Um, but I like how Gladys is handling that photographer though. He's a snake, and I'm glad Gladys got Sasha back to an extent, and I hope that it continues. Because we all know Gladys's track record. Gladys only help herself. Like she may look like she's trying to help others, but it's really all about that right there. Um, but I like how she got in that guy's face and stuff, and she handled it, and she gave him back his memory card, and he deleted the photo of Sasha with the pills and stuff like that. Um, in exchange, of course, what he was going to give Sasha was the pills. So I'm glad Gladys got a hold of it. And she went over after Brando left to confront Sasha about it. And let her know, like, listen, you can talk to me. Because that's what Sasha needs right now. She needs somebody she could lean on and stuff like that. Um, Sasha needs help. And I'm really hoping that Gladys is going to help her and not help herself. Because, like I said, we all know how Gladys is. Gladys is about Gladys. Anything that can, help her bank account and her pockets. And that's what Gladys is all about. So I'm hoping that Gladys is on the up and up with this and that she really wants to help Sasha because she needs it. Sasha needs a win right now. She's been taking a lot of L's lately, but she needs some victories, man. She needs some W's. And I'm hoping she gets it. That was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought about it, and I will see you all later. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.